Hello again, and welcome to the interchange intro video for Unit 9. Today we are talking about adverbs of frequency. Alright, let's get started. This is Kelly. She is very active. She loves to exercise and go new places. This is Tim. He isn't very active. He loves to stay at home and do nothing. Let's listen to their conversation.
Yay, it's Friday. I can't wait for the weekend. I have so many fun things planned.
Ugh, Friday? It's Friday. I don't have any plans. I just want to stay here.
Tim, do you ever leave the house?
No, I never leave the house.
Really? I never stay at home. I always have so many things to do.
Uh, I hardly ever have plans.
Do you ever go out on the weekends?
No, I usually watch TV all weekend. What do you usually do on the weekends?
Well, I often visit my friends and we sometimes go to the movies. On Sundays, I always go to the gym and I usually make dinner for my family.
Do you ever relax?
Relax? I never have time to relax. And you? Do you ever do anything fun?
Fun? No, I'm too busy relaxing to do anything fun. Alright, now it's time for the grammar. And today's grammar is adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency. An adverb we use before the verb, before the action. And why do we use the adverb of frequency? Well, to indicate the frequency of an action, of the verb. So, for example, in the question, do you ever eat eggs for breakfast? We use the adverb ever to ask about the frequency of the verb. In this case, eat. So the question about the frequency of this action is, do you ever eat eggs for breakfast? Now remember, the adverb ever is only for the question about frequency. And in the answer, we use other adverbs of frequency. For 100% of the time, we use the adverb always. Always. Less than always, we say usually. 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 Less than usually, we say often. 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 Less than often, sometimes. Sometimes. Less than sometimes, hardly ever. Hardly ever. Hardly ever. And 0% of the time, we say never. Never. Okay, so for example, the question, do you ever eat eggs for breakfast? My answer can be, I always eat eggs for breakfast. Or, I sometimes eat eggs for breakfast. Or maybe, I never eat eggs for breakfast. Now, remember, the adverb of frequency is always before the verb, before the main action. The exception to this rule is the adverb sometimes. With the adverb sometimes, we can use it at the beginning of the sentence. For example, sometimes I eat eggs for breakfast. And that's okay. Also, we can use sometimes at the end of the sentence. For example, I eat eggs for breakfast sometimes. So, sometimes is a very flexible adverb of frequency. The other adverbs of frequency are always before the verb and after the subject. All right, very good. Now it's time to practice. To practice, do the word scramble below. The words are scrambled. They are not in the correct order. Put the words in the correct order. For example, I never eat fish for breakfast. The correct order is I never eat fish for breakfast. Very good. Next, what's the correct order? It's a question, so do you ever go out on the weekend? Do you ever go out on the weekend? Remember, the adverb ever before the verb. Very good. What's the correct order? My brother sometimes plays soccer on the weekend. My brother sometimes plays soccer on the weekend. Now remember, sometimes is a flexible adverb. We can use sometimes before the verb. For example, my brother sometimes plays soccer on the weekend. Or we can use sometimes at the beginning of the sentence. For example, sometimes my brother plays soccer on the weekend. Or we can use sometimes at the end of the sentence. For example, my brother plays soccer on the weekend sometimes. So remember, sometimes is a flexible adverb of frequency. Very good. What's the correct order? My favorite TV show always plays on Friday. The correct order is my favorite TV show always plays on Friday. Very good. What's the correct order? I hardly ever have free time at night. Again, I hardly ever have free time at night. Very good. What's the correct order? My family usually celebrates birthdays together. Again, my family usually celebrates birthdays together. Very good. Last one. What's the correct order? It's a question. Does your sister ever take the bus to work? Again, does your sister ever take the bus to work? Nice job. Okay, so now you know how to use adverbs of frequency. This was Unit 9 from the Intro video series. Thanks for watching, and good luck!